Hello everybody, Zeidoktor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be dedicated to One Piece, Chapter 826, 0 and 4. And real quick before we get to anything else, you wouldn't know this since you didn't read the manga at the time, and the anime doesn't do the titles this way, but back in the Baroque Works arc, the manga chapters where the Straw Hats would defeat the respective member of Baroque Works were titled with their code number. So for example, like, the one where Usopp and Chopper beat Miss Merry Christmas and Mr. Four, the title was 4. The one where Sanji beats Bon Clay was like titled 2.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I forget what they did with Nami and Double Finger, but I know that Zoro would have been 1. And I think they did with Luffy and 0 too. So, just a little fun fact, a little trivia for people who might not know the manga that far back. But
Yeah.
our cover page this week is Perona and Mihawk. They're farming. It's something weird about seeing Mihawk like in casual wear chewing on a rice ball.
What does he do? Like, what does he do in his spare time?
Well, apparently this.
I remember he used to spar with Shanks, and now it's just like, can't do that.
Well, now he's farming.
Yeah, so it's just that Perona.
You got the apes there working with him. I don't know if Perona's got a bow in her. I don't know if it's on her crown or on her hat.
It's interesting that Perona went back to Thriller Bark, and now she went back to this place.
Well, she never went back to Thriller Bark.
I thought she did. I remember she did because she found what happened to everyone.
Well,
I'm pretty sure she did.
Well, if you mean like when she was crying over Moria, Caesar probably just read about that in the paper.
No. She was there. She came back to Thriller Bark.
I don't remember seeing her anywhere except Mihawk's castle.
All right, let's do this. I'm very sure it was on the cover page. She came back and she's like, "Oh look, she found her teddy bear or something like that, whatever it was."
Was this one of the cover pages? You mean?
Yeah, it was one in the cover pages.
Here, while you search for that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the basics. First couple pages here going.
All right.
Yeah. So we're the actual chapter proper starts out with the German 66 transponder snail ship. Just kind of viewing them, like. They recognize the Straw Hats. They recognize the Sunny. They recognize that's the Straw Hat ship. And there's they point out that Sanji was not supposed to arrive aboard this ship, and they realize that they may have gotten themselves lost as well. They actually start calling out to the guy on the ship as Sanji, referring to him as Sanji, Nami, Carrot, Brook.
Well, he does look a lot like Sanji. By the way, chapter 658.
658. All right.
Anyway, so yeah.
Go ahead and take it up there.
Yeah. So this guy definitely looks a lot like Sanji, so you could see why people would think that. But then he opens up his hood. First of all, they ask him if there's any antidotes because Luffy's kind of dying, and he's like, "You're calling me Sanji, but I'm not Sanji. I do look like we do look alike though." And he turns out his name is Yonji, so we were right. Their names are based on their I guess
birth order. What I find kind of funny about this is that a lot of people were making a big thing about seeing like Ichiji or Niji, like brothers, the older brothers. I don't remember anyone mentioning the younger brothers.
Because no one cares about the younger brother.
Yeah, or what we're going to kind of come up here in a couple more pages either.
Yeah.
Also, it says here real quick, German 66, Winch Green, Vinsmoke Yonji. Also, his cape has a 4 on it, I just now noticed.
Yeah. And so Nami's like, oh, so he had a little brother. And Yonji notices Nami.
I like Carrot. He was like, wait, how do you know he's the younger brother? Somebody doesn't have a sense of pattern recognition.
Yeah. So basically, he basically is like, wait, Sanji, because he's about to leave. And he's like, Yonji, for crying out loud. And they basically tell oh look, Luffy's dying. He's basically he's immune to it, but this is bad. Like, this is really too much. I like how they're making such a big deal. This is a lot like the Sanji, the nosebleed thing, where they're making such a big deal about something that was supposed to be for a comedic moment, Yeah.
Well, I do like the fact that Sanji's like, you really are Sanji, huh? Oh, by the way, yeah, I did check it. You're right. My name was remembered on there. That about Perona.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's like, he's like, you don't die. You're the man who's gonna become the Pirate King. They're making it so dramatic. But basically, they plead for him for help, and he's like, well, sucks for you. I'm not that guy. I'm not the guy who goes around saving people. How about you try stealing from me, like Pirate would? And then I like how Nami gets really pissed off. Like, they're totally different. Although he is basically a pervert too.
Yeah, he does have a literary streak outside of him, but outside of that, yeah.
and then someone else comes and hits him in the face, I think.
Just gives him
and
a
then
swift kick to the face.
Okay, oh yeah, kicks him to the face, and that would be. At first, everyone's like, "Oh, who's that?" Miss Reiju.
Yep.
So I think we know who that is. And then everyone's like, "Who are you?" And then we see her, and she's hella hot.
This is basically the Pink Ranger.
Pretty poison pink. Yeah, because also isn't Ray like 5?
No, Ray is 0.
No, she's 6. She's 0.
Ray is 0.
What? Oh, she's 0. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is 0. You're right. Ray is 0.
Also, look at the title of the chapter: 0 and 4.
Yeah. So is she like the first sister then?
Yeah, either firstborn or first sister.
They use 0? Is this the Espada all over again? It's not from 1 to 10. It's from 0 to 9.
Also, little thing on the design: her legs have the 66 on them.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I tend to skim these chapters on Thursday when they first pop in, so I don't always notice all the little details till we start looking at them here.
She is ridiculously hot. This is ridiculous. Like the design is just hot.
Yeah.
And I like how people complain about how the women are always different. That is definitely a unique look.
Pretty good look on them, and she's got the whole hair partly covering her like the Sanji does too.
It's basically female Sanji.
Yeah.
So basically, he gets pissed off. Yonji gets pissed off at Reiju for basically doing that to him, and she's like, "Silence! You're shaming yourself right now, And so he's actually floating.
Yep.
And it's because of their technology. They're basically the Germa or Germa, whatever. They are a technologically advanced fighting squad, and that's exactly why Big Mama wants them.
Yep.
And that Brooks is actually saying shit now because it seemed like he always do something. He's saying that the Vinsmoke used to be basically a royal family from the North Blue.
Yeah. The clan that used to rule all of North Blue with an iron fist.
So as it turns out, they're not just gang members. They actually are royalty. So Mr. Prince thing. So the Prince thing with Sanji is actually true.
Yep. He kind of obscures it with all this, but yeah, that's it. People who guessed that were right on.
And Brooke knows this because he died somewhere along the way. Yeah. But he's like, she's like, no. She said you're a bit mistaken. This is no story of the past. We are still royals.
Yeah, she even points out, oddly enough, that they're still allowed to participate in the revelry.
Oh, suddenly we get everything connecting, huh?
Yep. Yeah, they just they don't necessarily have a nation that they call home or a land to rule over, but they're still considered royalty by the government.
Yeah, and then I think Brooks is the one who asked this. Says, by the way, do you think you can show me your panties? Because I thought for a second that was Sanji's sister. I'm like, wait, is she also?
No, that's Brooks' thing.
Yeah, well, actually, she does do something that just can. Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah. And then Nami's pissed off, saying knock it off, and then she goes to Luffy and it's like, well, shall I have a taste? And then basically she concludes that he did eat from an arm of stonefish, and he's like, how'd you know? Chopper's like, how do you know? Is there hearts on his eyes?
I don't know. It doesn't look like it. I think it's just because he's so tiny and maybe he's crying a little bit. But it's not hearts.
Yeah, probably. Because yeah.
Because you're in the little speak bubbles, like, how did you know, you mean?
Yeah. So basically she's like, the poison mechanism of action is unique, and I can tell this one eats a lot. Because, so there's enough talking here to kill a giant. Yeah. So basically Chopper's like, I'm a filly as a doctor. Do not fret, he is in luck. And so she says that poison is her favorite delicacy, and then she says thank you for the meal, and
basically just starts kissing Luffy and sucking the poison out of him.
Oh yeah, it's not even CPR. This is flat out kissing.
I like Brooks. Like, I want to smooch too, except I don't have lips.
Yeah, and then and she basically absorbs the poison. Yeah. And then
her cloaker certainly seems to react to that.
Yeah, and then she's all like, "Of course I'm fine. I'm poison. I'm the poison pink. Slurp, yum." Did Luffy's first kiss just basically get stolen?
Well, it depends on what Hancock may have tried.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, I think Hancock, if she saw this...
Yeah, someone would be getting hurt.
Oh! Hancock, I think, is more powerful than Reiju, so... I want to... Oh, dude, someone should got a picture and, like, send it to her. It's like, oh, she would, like, destroy the island.
There's a picture I saw a while back, of Hancock competing with Bartolomeo. Or both of them on Team Luffy.
Okay, so basically, yeah, so she's like really like sexy and shit. So Brooks gets all like, love stricken, and Luffy wakes up and he's like, and everyone's like happy, like, oh, Luffy, I'm so glad. Oh, the furries would be jealous.
Yeah, like everybody's happy to see Luffy's alright. It's like, oh, I was eating a fist and then I must have fallen asleep. Man, that fist's skin was so good. We have any left? Like,
don't even go there. And then she looks at he looks at Reiju and
Sanji.
And then Sanji, she's a woman. Oh, right. Who are you?
Well, he was with Ivankov. It was like, she saved your life, Luffy. Like, oh, thank you. Who is he though?
Oof. So and then Ranji's like, oh, so that's right, Luffy. You have my most sincere thanks. And then Reiju's like, you have my most sincere thanks for taking my care of my little brother for all this time. And then like, oh, you must be Sanji's older sister. And they explain the stuff that's going on with the One poster, how like, oh,
yeah,
you know, their family.
Yeah, Sanji left them at a young age, and ever since then, their father wanted to find them again. Then they started seeing the portrait of the wanted poster circulating. They pursued it, but they ended up finding the Vol instead.
Yeah, so basically, but now they got word that they finally got a picture of him, and they were the ones who changed it to Only Alive, and that they actually were supposed to meet him as well, but unfortunately they apparently have the sense of direction like Zoro, and then Luffy's like, look, thanks, but we want you to give us back Sanji because he's our friend. And then she doesn't respond. Yonji's like, oh, you know, look, see, you just saved the life of our enemy. And then they notice Peckham's like, wait, aren't you part of Big Mom's crew? Why are you with the Straw Hats? And Peckham's like, yeah, I got my own business. Shut up. And then Reiju leaves, and like, well, I guess we'll pretend we never saw you. If we make a scene here, and then Yonji's like, if we make a scene here, our brother's marriage will basically be called off, and let's not do that. Gotta be careful here. And so, and Junko's like, yeah, good idea. Farewell. Luck be with you. That was interesting. I thought more shit would happen. I guess not.
And then we see Yonji like swooning over Nami's poster.
Yeah. Tell us what's new.
And then we get our big twist of the chapter at the end of it.
And then we see a fisherman saying, like, I'm positive. Straw Luffy is on board. What are your orders, Jinbei?
Yeah. First of all, we do know this guy. I wouldn't have remembered his name except I saw it elsewhere. It's Aladdin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I remember him.
Yep. And then basically, so we've got actually confirmation that Jinbei will be showing up here.
So apparently Jinbei has been checking up on the Straw Hats, and I guess I'm assuming that after this, I mean, it makes sense because this is Big Mom here, right? So this would definitely be one of the things that we'd be dealing with.
And like I said, people have been suggesting that with the chapter ending here, like basically I've seen people suggesting that the Vinsmoke seem to be following kind of a Super Sentai theme. Like we got the windscreen, poison pink, black leg.
Oh, black leg's a Sentai thing.
Well, black at least, black, pink, green.
Oh, you're right. I guess red would probably be
maybe the
Niji, or the father, yeah. Because they usually have a mentor. Yeah, they usually have a mentor, so maybe the father's the mentor.
Not true.
Because I feel like the Orth bird is only just for the siblings, right? It wouldn't make any sense for the father to call himself Niji, and then the first son to be called what the hell is it? Niji? Oh no, well, it's Ichiji, and then
it'd be Ichi, and San 1, 2, and 3.
So Ichiji though, because of the G part, right?
Another thing that I saw brought up is that there actually are some interesting parallels between their first meeting with these people and Sanji's introduction in the series. Do you remember how Sanji was introduced back on Baratie? Like flirting with Nami, like saving an enemy's life with Kin. We're kind of getting something similar here. Like we got Yonji like getting all hot and bothered with Nami. We have Reiju actually like taking the time to save Luffy's life, despite no obligation to do so. With the food theme carrying along with it too, because she ate his poison out of him.
Which is interesting because they're supposed to be assassins. They're supposed to kill people.
Well, they are technically off the clock, so maybe that's part of it. Plus, they kind of got their own situation going on here.
You know, maybe they're actually really nice people, and they just have to do it because maybe the time hit hard or something. Because they're a royal family with no country or something like that. So maybe Sanji just like, I don't. That's why he didn't want to, because he felt like he would go against his nature, and stuff like that.
Well, there's probably more to it. Like, I think in this case they were just thinking like too much is at stake to create a scuffle this early.
Yeah.
So they're thinking like, we're not going to cause any trouble. We're just going to head off on our way.
It's true, because I do remember Sergeant Jones saying, like, I'm not the type of guy who goes saving people, so yeah.
Yeah, he would have just left them there while Rage kind of comes in and starts to help them, but I'm kind of wondering what Rage's power, because we already know it's not a poison space devil fruit, or at least not the same kind as Magellan has.
It's a healing fruit. Oh, she can transfer poison, right?
Well, we have
so maybe
we have a healing fruit already.
You know what it could be though? She transferred poison into herself, and then maybe she could reuse it.
Yeah, I think I saw one lesson like suggest maybe it was like some kind of poison tolerant moth or something, like a insect devil fruit.
Oh yeah.
Because she has like the moth theme going for her with the cape and everything.
Did I mention she's hot? Because I want to point that out again.
Yeah, she saw it earlier. Like this at least was a unique design.
Yeah. Especially with her clothes.
Also, I'm noticing interesting here that they're doing stuff like hovering in the air with their technology, but they're basically like doing the same kind of stuff Sanji can do on his own. I wonder if that's going to come into play at all. Like Yanji's like using his shoes to actually like hover in the air, but Sanji's got Skywalk now.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I wonder how powerful Sanji is compared to everyone in his family.
Well, I'm sure he's at least equal, if not stronger than whoever we might need to here. I mean, because obviously these guys aren't. You can tell that these guys aren't run-of-the-mill weaklings.
No, but I think he is more powerful than them. I think the father is actually the one that we need to watch out for.
Yeah, because this is a series where being the guy on top is usually the sign that you're the biggest ass kicker of the bunch.
Yep. Let's see. Anything else you want to say? So Jinbei is coming back. I'm going to put it out there. I think we're pretty sure that he's going to be part of the crew. I mean, they basically pointed it out over and over again.
Yeah. And this will be here because we know. I mean, it's not a surprise that he's showing up here because that's been long set up since Fishman Island. But it's nice to actually have it like confirmed, like flat out said, yeah, he's here, or at least somebody representing him is here.
Yeah. Let's see, anything else? I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I think we're good. This was a pretty this is one. I say this a lot, I think, but more than maybe I should. But this was kind of a setup chapter. Like we meet a lot of people, we get some information, kind of. But we don't really have enough to like really come up with anything too concrete on.
Well, it's set up, but it makes sense because we're still traveling. We haven't reached an island yet, so anything that happens along the way is going to be just not that big a deal.
True.
Or a big deal, but not be like oh, we have a fight here,
I do wonder what the deal is. The fact that their ship's just like a giant snail. I mean, can it actually like transmit and stuff like better than most because of it or something?
Technology? I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that is their thing, so it's not surprising because it could be it. But
yeah. So yeah.
Yep, I think we're good to go. It's like I do like the fact that we're seeing like both a 66 and kind of their number on their outfits, at least going by Yanji.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, and so that's been a review then of One Piece chapter 826, 0 and 4. Go ahead and take us away.
Bye.